Handy. Why would no one be here? Your access log. Recent access. Signal rerouted. Okay. Do I need to... what's it called? Institute... What's it called? Sturgis's thingy out of curiosity? Right, so, what? Data, okay, inside job. Insert the network scanner holotape, okay. Network scanner holotape. And then I guess we connect to this. No? I guess we have to do it again then. Okay. Play? Oh, right. Inspect? No? Okay. I guess... New access log? Oh, load holotape. Give the holotape to Sturgis. Alright, okay. So, do we get to go back now? Okay, so... I have no idea what we do next. Do we use the tape again? Okay, that's great. Whatever.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here.
Busted.
I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
I really can't stand this
Welcome
whole,
to the Institute.
you know, they can see you all the time nonsense.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Useless. Only opens with a key. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Yeah, I would have thought that. Also, the frame rate in here is absolutely dire.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine.
The Borg,
So
basically.
they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths?
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I want to know of details about, why the Institute is such bad with synths.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I still don't know.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Dr. Lee is obviously the girl from Fallout 3. Right, that was... I don't really know, to be honest with you. He sounds sincere. I just think we need to maybe try and steer them away from absolute massive racism when it comes to... what do you call it? Guinea pig. When it comes to... what do you call it? Synths and stuff like that. Oh, piggy, shut up. I don't know if you can hear that when the guinea pig's downstairs this weekend. I apologise for the frame rate in here, guys. It just seems that being overwhelmed by the just amount of lighting in here. I'm taking all of this, by the way. They want us to sort this out, don't they? So let's go and... Oh, there's workshops, okay. What's up with this? Is it just because it's no defense? Okay. Map. I think we need to go into this map, don't we? And then requests institutionalized. Give the holotape to Sturges. We'll be doing that anyway, I think. There's one that way. Let's go around then. Okay. Let's, you know, try and find a way around. So I think there's one down here. Director? No.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
You're a synth though, so...
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary
Hey, Doc.
drive servo.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operated on a level, if not equal, then at least similar to the rest of us. Curious. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Yeah, I'm good for now.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, let's continue the rest of this stuff then.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start with this trial. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more.
I guess it's going in. Oh, I like how they're all still running on the same thing here.
Through.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know.
Ew!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm nicking all of this stuff, literally.
Thanks.
As in... yeah, that'll do, I think.
Return to the duties, and remember to record every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful
You know
test
the
subject for
protocol,
you, Doctor.
sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office.
nominal.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
You're here.
They're dragging
Glad
their
you made
feet
it.
on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take.
Doctor?
Please
So,
don't. There's
here
enough
you
friction
are.
as it is
Justin
between
Ayo,
us and pretty
acting
much
director
all
of
the other
Synth Retention
departments.
Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions, It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping? That matter is currently under investigation. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
I think he missed the point there, you know. Like, synths do not want. Well, evidently they do. Otherwise, you know, they wouldn't be wanting to leave. Right, where's the next one? Oh, the lights turned on, didn't realise.
When are you going to tell me
Advanced
about
systems?
this mysterious Phase 3?
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Well, that's insulting.
I'm sorry. Not my intention. There's just quite a bit going on right now, and your arrival has the potential to throw things off schedule. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Yeah, what the hell do you do?
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
There we go then. I'm pretty sure she is, not Liam, whatever your dad was called in Fallout 3. Also, 60 frames per second in there. 30 out here because there's so many feckin' lights.
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
On batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything.
Am I the only one here that kind of thinks that these guys here, what they're wearing, kind of looks like a little bit of a cult?
Guerrilla Project is showing promising results.
Guerrilla Project, eh? So I guess this is where they grow everything. Cool. Probably genetically modified. Good. Better yield. GM food is fine, by the way.
Excuse me, Doctor.
At least admit
Welcome.
That. Regrettable.
So good to have you here.
After all,
Dr. Clayton
how
Holden,
can we hope to
head of the
redefine
Bioscience
mankind
Wing.
if we can't even
I
hold
can't
on to
wait
our
for you
own
to see the
humanity?
work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know, but it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
You mentioned medical care? I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
I have a feeling. I think I'm probably going to go, if there are, I've heard there are different kind of endings, so yes. I'm probably going to go with the Institute kind of ending. I think Jennifer here has just wanted to see his her family, and he's going to probably join the Institute. So with that, let's. I'm still going to grab everything though. Where is? Oh, I just realised. Is there a quest to get this? Like, he wanted that stuff, didn't he? Which means that I don't actually know where it is. Where did he work? Was it in bioscience? I'm gonna have to check. 1 minute. Right, I've checked it, and it's actually in the FEV lab. And we need to find where the FEV lab is. Advanced systems, bioscience, robotics, center attention. So where's the FEV lab then? Oh, bioscience. Derp. Oh, that's robotics. Bioscience. Alright, I'll meet you over there. Okay, so I don't know where we are at the minute. I went through one of these doors and it just so happened that I was teleported to here. Well, not teleported, I went through the door and was in here. So I'm not sure if this is the FEV lab or not, or... I'll have it up. Another again. I am thinking we should probably start putting things into locksmith or intellect. Hacking. Let's go for hacking. Actually, what level are we? Level 31, which means we can now actually get Bloody Mess 2. Ah, got it. Okay, so I think I need to go back to what's his face now.
Please resist any
Father.
urge you might feel to eat the specimens on the hydro.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
What do you mean by proper supervision?
I mean that while they are here in the Institute, fulfilling the purpose for which they were designed, our synths perform admirably. As you're about to see, however, they can become unpredictable when set loose. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now, the priority is to reclaim that synth before more harm is done. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Right, I'm gonna I'm gonna see how this plays out and see what they do. If they're bad and really evil, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just join them anyway. But yeah, I think right now I'm going to go back to... How do I get there then? Is it just the Institute in there? Yeah, okay. I will be going back here because I'm going to give the holotape